Well, guys, Devin Nemi of Granville has not been able to leave his home in March because he's so high risk. But every time that he and his mother seem to try and ask and find out when he's available to get the vaccine, all they're told is he needs to wait.
Quite honestly, I feel that somebody who has had 10 lung surgeries would be up there on the list to get the vaccine.
Tracy Nemi is worried about her son, Devin. Right now, he's been unable to get the COVID-19 vaccine. The 17-year-old is extremely high risk for infection.
They're just simply saying, be patient, please wait. In Devin's situation, patience is not what we need.
Devin has spontaneous pneumothorax, meaning his lungs collapse for no reason at all. It's happened 10 times, each one resulting in a chest tube and more invasive surgeries.
He cannot leave the house. There is no way feasible until he gets a vaccine. Is it safe for him to do any kind of normal activity whatsoever?
Tracy's doctor told her to reach out to their community health center. That ended in a voice recording and dropped call. Then she reached out to the health department and lawmakers.
It's a canned response each time, or they'll tell you that he's already in phase C, which we know that he is in phase C, which means please wait.
The waiting game is not what Devin and those in similar situations want to hear.
If I get coronavirus, it's very likely that I won't actually make it to even be able to fight the disease, which would I feel put me a little bit higher than I am currently. Having to wait that long, it's just unnecessary risk in my opinion.
A risk they don't understand after seeing some others jump the line, like Kyle Van Andel of the wealthy Amway founding family. He posted this recent vaccination card on social media. It shows he's 28 years old. His first dose was the vaccine from Pfizer, administered on January 18th at Pine Rest. I reached out to Pfizer asking if families with money can be bumped up and get special treatment. The company told me it has nothing to do with the decisions about where vaccine supply goes nor who gets it. It ships the vaccine wherever specified by the U.S. government, so questions like mine should be directed to federal and state governments. So I directed the question to Michigan's Department of Health and Human Services. The agency tells me it's encouraging providers to prioritize individuals age 65 and older, as this age group accounts for 80% of COVID deaths. But it also says that it does not want providers to waste vaccine and would rather they provide the vaccine to somebody outside of the prioritization group as opposed to throwing it out if it comes down to it. Pine Rest, where Van Andel got his shot, did not want to talk about this case on TV, but told me since receiving its first doses of the vaccine on December 21st, it has offered all employees the option to get it, but sometimes it does have doses left over. So instead of tossing them, they offer them to members of partner organizations that have helped acquire, transport, and store the vaccines. The Van Andel Institute is one of them. I'm told VAI provided Pine Rest a second freezer for vaccine storage, and therefore some people with ties to the institute who met state criteria qualified for a shot, like Kyle Van Andel. Pine Rest told me it is confident, however, that all individuals who have received vaccination through Pine Rest have met criteria to be vaccinated as directed by MDHHS. I messaged Van Andel on Facebook, and he said I could ask him a question there. But when I mentioned the social media post and the vaccine, he stopped responding. So I contacted a family spokesman who told me that he is confident that all MDHHS guidelines were met, saying Kyle is a volunteer at VAI and serves on one of the boards. He also told me Kyle did not ask for the vaccine, but rather it was offered due to meeting certain criteria. Meanwhile, Devin, like many others, are still waiting for the vaccine.
He helps out with the homeless. He volunteers. He does wonderful, generous things on his own behalf. That in itself doesn't entitle Devin to a vaccine. I believe that somebody in that position definitely should not take away from the vulnerable.
She's just hopeful her son does not have to wait much longer.
I would absolutely love, if there was any way, shape, or form that this being shared on air would get Devin's group, the most vulnerable individuals, a chance at getting the vaccine currently now when they need it. They are the essential people. They can't fight the disease.
MDHHS tells me that according to the preliminary timeline, Phase 1C, which Devin is a part of, would likely get the shots starting in May. Reporting live in Grand Rapids, Ryan Cummings, Fox 17 News.